Hey, what's going on, guys? This is KNasty3890 here with another Oakland A's franchise. This is episode 2. We are right now dead last, where we want to be. We are at a crossroads. I left a comment for you guys in the last video. And if you haven't already watched it, I'll have a link in the description down below to episode 1 if you want to quickly watch that. Each episode's about a half hour, as you can tell. We made a few trades, and I'm trying to trade Sonny Gray. Obviously, he's great, but there were some really good offers, and I asked you guys who to go after, and you guys gave me. You guys were all like, one person said Red Sox, one person said Rays because he's a biased fan of the Cardinals, and I think we had a different offer. I don't think we had Urias. Anyway, I'm gonna keep him. I decided to keep him for another year. We have funds. Let's keep him for another year. We'll see what we'll do. It really was tempting for me to trade him, but I figured let's just keep him and see what we can do. Maybe we'll make a surprise run at it next year. Also, guys, if you do enjoy these franchise modes, I've been doing one on Twitch, on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/KNasty3890. Again, there will be a link to that in the description below, along with my Twitter, where I always will post when I'm going live. I might as well clip this Dylan Overton guy. He's a B prospect. He'll be number 5. He's gonna suck, but that's okay. And I'm trying to go every night. That's my goal, is to go every night. I'll be streaming for you guys. So if you do enjoy that, make sure you go check it out. I'm doing it with my Red Sox. It's a little different because we're just trying to build a stacked team. We weren't trying to just build for the future. All right, let's just sim for a little bit and see if we get any offers on a trade for the trade deadline. And it's fun, and it's obviously with this series it's interactive, but it takes time to do it. However, with this series on YouTube, I can get I want Matt Olson. I want that power on my team. I am able to get instant reaction from you guys based off the comments. So make sure to check that out if you're interested in seeing another franchise. And I'm not trading Chris Davis. I do Diamond Dynasty on that as well. But so far in this, I think we're going to stand pat the trade deadline. We made our trades. Unless someone offers us something. I don't think Parmley's a prospect unless I'm missing. Yeah, he's not. I know Chris Davis gets actually pretty good in this, and he hits for power. He already has 21 bombs. So I want to keep him on the squad. And let's just see. This episode will at least go through the offseason. Maybe go in the beginning of next year, maybe up to the draft. We'll see how far it goes and how long it takes. Like I said, I want each episode to be about, obviously gets injured, about a half hour. That is our goal. And right now I'm hoping to get that number 1 pick. The last video, we got that prospect in 99 potential at shortstop. And that was number 4 pick. Now, if we can get the number 1 pick, I don't know what we're going to be able to do with that. I'm pretty excited. So, all right. Let's see. We're going to get maybe 70 wins. 72 wins. Let's see. Did we get the worst record in the majors? Worst in the American League and in the National League? Ooh. They're bad. So we had the 4th or the 5th pick, depending if we get a tiebreaker with the Braves. We're right around where we were last year. Let's take a look at some awards. Let's see how players did. Miggy got the MVP in the American League. A 311 average, 42 bombs. I don't care about RBIs, we had 128. His WAR, his not great defense, so his WAR won't be outstanding. It'll probably be around 7.37, yep. National League, Harper, yeah, he's a stud. Let's see here. So he hit 333, 39 home runs. 6 stolen bases, because why not? He also had a WAR of 8.35. He just played above average defense. Cy Young as Chris Sale and Jake Arrieta. Pedroia got the bat on top. Only 318 in the American League. Matt Adams in the National League with 27 bombs. That's a really good year for Matt Adams. Reliever of the year was K-Rod in the American League. Kenley Jansen. Tyler Wright got Rookie of the Year. And Kenta Manita in the National League. It's 2.22 ERA. My goodness. I hate when Rookie of the Years are players coming over from Japan a career who are like 28. That's how Manita is. He's not a rookie. I mean, Tyler White's 25. That's like an old rookie. Usually rookies like Correa was 21. Abreu came from Cuba, so he was a little older. Like in National League, it was Chris Bryant, Jacob deGrom. Like those are young players. So that's kind of wish what they did for the awards. Some Gold Gloves. A lot of Baltimore. Jeez. Silver Sluggers. Here we go. Rudy Odor with 255, but he did hit 23 bombs. Correa hit 36 home runs. Trout only 32 with a 294 average. It's kind of a down year for him. Dickerson with Tampa, 300 average, 31 bombs. That's a great year. Cole Calhoun, a great year as well. So we're going to, let's take a look at our team, I guess. Who played well for the A's? Probably not many. Chris Davis hit 29 home runs and not even a full season, 136 games. Matt Canna, that left fielder, hit 21. Danny Valencia hit 19. Steven Vogt, 17. So there's some power here. Now for WAR, which is wins above replacement, probably not many. Above 1. Yeah, not many. And 1's pretty, Billy Burns is our best player. He played 137 games. He had 28 stolen bases. That's not bad. Okay on base. Pitching WAR, though, Sonny Gray is by far our best player. He had a 2.57 ERA, 11-9 record, 158 strikeouts. Not many strikeouts. He plays the contact, but his WAR was probably in the 5s. 4.72. And you can see next to anyone else, he just dominated our staff. That's why I want to keep him, because he's still young. He's still cheap. We can survive at least another year. And we'll go from there. We're going to send the postseason. The Blue Jays have deleted the Dodgers. Wow. I'm shocked the Cubs didn't make it. We're going in the offseason. Third base coach has decided to retire. Contract the manager has ended. Offseason was being okay. Who retired? We got Ortiz retired. R.A. Dickey. Ortiz will make the Hall of Fame. Ichiro made the Hall of Fame. I know that. I'm going to see if I can guess all these right. I'm not seeing anyone else. A.J. Brzezinski, a solid career, but not a Hall of Famer. How many hits? 2,000 hits as a catcher. Very good career. Cliff Lee retired, not a Hall of Famer. Didn't sustain his greatness for long enough. I know I don't care about wins, but the Hall of Fame does. 146 wins. ERA 3.55. Not bad, but not a Hall of Famer. It looks like those are going to be the only two is Ichiro and Ortiz. And Ortiz in real life is a question mark because of his steroids allegations back from 2003. And there you go. We got that right. Ichiro made the Hall of Fame. 500 stolen bases. Just under 3,000 hits in the MLB. And he had like 1,500 hits in Japan before he came over. So when you add those together, that's more than Pete Rose. Now, obviously, those hits in Japan aren't worth the same in the majors, but a very impressive accomplishment onto himself. All right, so Sonny Gray. We can offer him arbitration and maybe get him around like $3 million. Or we can try to lock him up. Now, I think an $11 million, a $12 million contract, I'd like that. I like that deal. I was hoping it'd be around 15. We're getting him for 12 for 5 years. We can build him. We can keep him at that deal. We don't need to trade him. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to give him $12 million over 5 years. We'll give him a player option too. Let's just be nice. That should be able to keep him. We should be able to keep Sonny Gray. We're paying a little bit more now, but while our team's not good, we have the funds to pay a little extra for him now. When hopefully our team's good in 2 or 3 years, we're getting a deal on Sonny Gray. Chris Davis hit almost 30 home runs. I'll do that in a heartbeat. Maybe let's bring down the years. Let's do 3 years, $4 million a year. Can't find power like that easily. Again, I don't want to give these guys a lot of years. Just a couple years. Henderson Alvarez, let's give him 2 years at 4.5. Let's go under. Let's go around. Let's do 4.1. He'll sign that. I want to have some money to maybe go after a free agent or two. Free agents where we don't have to give up draft picks. So that's our big thing. We cannot give up draft picks with these free agents that we're signing. Just for the fact that we need these picks. That's the lifeblood of our franchise right now. But these guys, I'm signing them pretty cheap. Valencia, he had 18 bombs for 1 year at just under 3. I'm okay with that. He'll be a free agent next year. Steven Vogt, I will definitely keep him. A 2-year deal, just about $4 million a year. I'll do that. Josh Reddick, I'm gonna let Josh Reddick walk. He's probably gonna, $6 million a year. That's too much. Bassett, I'll resign Bassett, but I'll give him like a 2-year deal on him. Billy Burns, definitely want to keep Billy Burns. He was our best positional player last year. Rzemski, I'm going to let him walk. I said his name right the first time. I'm not going to say it again. Now, once you get down here, these are really just like Coco Chris, I'm going to let walk. These are just like, this is just very monotonous. It takes a little bit of time. Matt Olson, I'm probably going to have Matt Olson start on our team next year. just because of that power, he can hit 30 home runs next year. Not much average, and he's going to be $80,000. So he's a very cheap option. Paco Ramirez, I got him in a trade. We definitely want to keep him. Let's give him like a 2-year, $3.6 million deal. He won't be our closer because we still have Doolittle, but he will be a setup man for years to come. All right. Graveman will sign him. These guys were just depth. Figley, I'm not going to... He's not that bad. Like a 3-year deal around $1 million a year. That's okay. Axford, you're going to get the axe, pun intended. All right. Coughlin, they're gone. Now all these guys are just like, I'm going to let you go. I'm just going to sign all these guys to like 1-year deals. Yonder Alonso, I'm going to let you go. Limited at bats, but yeah, well, how much is he? Oh, $5 million a year. Get out of here. Dubron, I'm going to let you go. Here we go. Barredo's are a top 50 prospect, even though it's only a B potential. But let's see here is the guy that we signed, Billings. He's our future. Even though he's years away. 99 potential though, and he can play every position. Very, very interesting player. I might rush him through the system. I may have to because we're not going to have many better options, but we'll see. Let's just fly through these real quick. Make sure we don't give anyone like that guy an offer that is for several $1 million. You want all these guys to sign like a 1-year deal. You got to be careful with that, guys. For instance, this Jake Smoleski, I just went real quick. He wants a 5-year deal worth $2.5 million over time, so it's $500,000 a year. We don't want to do that. We don't want to just let him walk. Go sign someone else for $70K. I'll let you walk. Higley, I'll keep you. Now, obviously, if a guy who's like good wants that money as a prospect, like this guy right here is a B, Overton. But you know what? I'll do it because he's a B potential. He might turn into something, or at least he's a trade chip. So keep that in. Like, I'm not going to sign Dolly. He wants all that money. Same with Castro? Yeah, get out of here with that. I'm not paying you. Maybe someone else will. Maybe a team with money will. This is the A's. We don't have money. You have to pay for your sodas at the soda machine. That's what we have to do. All right, we're almost done through these. And then we have to sign a coaching staff. Now, I do want to... You want to have coaches that have good ratings because that will help players overall. Now, right now, we're not really worried about being great, but you know what? If I can get a coach for a decent price that's an A or B grade, I will definitely do it, but it's not... Well, let Sam Fold walk. It's not a high priority. All right, we got a few more of these guys left. A B potential just hiding down there way in the bottom. I think I just signed some too many. No, I didn't. All right. This is like the most annoying thing about doing franchises, is like this part of it right here. You just have to go through all of these and just go through them. All right, I'm going to let you walk. And you know what? 2 guys left. I'll sign them. Not you. There we go. Now let's go at coaches. We need a manager and a third base coach. You can see our coaches are all like C's, except our farm director is an A. I cannot re-up him. So, you know what? Let's get this manager, see if we can get him at a reasonable price. Was it $6 million? I'm not going to pay him $6 million a year. We don't, with our budget, because that takes in, your budget isn't just what you pay your players, it's what you pay your scouts and what you pay your staff. $4 million a year. Let's see if we can get like a B at like, I'm hoping to get like 2 or 3 mil. 4 mil. 3.6, let's do that. What was the other one we needed? Third base coach. This should not cost a lot. Yeah, 1.2. Hope we can get him. And let's go up. All right, so these guys are all signing. No one has said no, which is good. We got Sonny Gray. So Sonny Gray's side signed with us. We are keeping him right now. All right, let's go here. All right, so here we go, guys. No one got offered a qualifying offer, which means I can sign Jose Bautista to a contract and I don't have to give up a draft pick. If the Blue Jays, for instance, offered a qualifying offer to him, what would happen is if I signed Jose Bautista, I would then have to give up my first round pick. No one gets it, and the Blue Jays would get they call it a supplemental pick. It's a draft pick between the first and the second round. But they didn't offer on him. So you know what I'm going to do? This is where we do have some money. We have $45 million right now. I'm going to give him a 1-year deal worth a lot of money. Basically the idea, I'm going to either If we somehow are good, we have Jose Bautista. If we're not good, trade deadline, I'll trade him for some prospects, or I'll let him walk or I'll give him a qualifying offer in the offseason and let him walk and get a pick. We're going to sign Greg Holland. I think, again, kind of the same boat. These are 1-year deals. We'll pay a little bit extra for 1 year with the idea of we will then be able to get a prospect if we want. Edwin Encarnacion. You know what? If I can do this again, a 1-year deal. So wait, that's 13. Let's say that's 17. That's 30. We can't do all. I'd rather have Bautista and Holland. Maybe get an extra pitcher in here. Hellickson pitched well this year. Can we get him to like a 2-year player? So he has a player option for him the next year. We'll give him about $7 million a year. Like I said, worst case, we can trade these guys and get something for him. Brett Anderson, former Athletic. He did not pitch last year. Let's see if we can get some relievers. Blevins did not pitch well last year. Wierzewski was on our team. Didn't pitch. That's his name right again. I'm impressed with myself. Nishak, he's 36. I think that's good. I'm going to give him... No, actually, I want that young guy to play. Whoa. He's 18. He's a B potential. Will he take that? I don't know. We'll find out. We didn't get that third base coach. I'll worry about that in the end. Oh, we got that shortstop who's a B. I don't know why it was there, but I'll take it. Greg Holland. We got Greg Holland. So there's a guy. Worst case scenario, trade chip. He'll be in the bullpen. Help us out. Greg Holland, welcome to the Athletics. Edwin Encarnacion, signed with the Yankees, a 2-year, $13.3 million deal. Can we get Bautista? We got Bautista. There's a fist bump, guys. That's big. We can get a couple A prospects for him if we're not in the hunt. If we're in the hunt, it's a bonus. We got Hellickson. So here we go. Bautista hit 36 bombs last year. So that is a very good pickup. Okay, the 40-man roster. If you guys do not know what the 40-man roster is, it's to be eligible to go on our major league team, you need to be part of the 40-man roster. If you are not part of the 40-man roster, you can be eligible for the Rule 5 draft, I believe, after 4 years of being in the minors. It basically will let players who are in the one team's minor league system for a certain amount of time have the capacity to move on. So there's a Rule 5 draft, which we will be participating in, every team is, where if teams decide not to keep their players or put them on the 40-man roster, you can draft them. And I'm just seeing if there's anyone on our team that I want to make sure who is eligible for it is not. For instance, let me see if I can find someone who is eligible. I'm not seeing anyone who is eligible for the Rule 5 draft on our team. But I think we should go out and if there's anyone good like a reliever, I think it's smart to pick up a reliever in it. Now, there is a caveat if you take a player in the Rule 5 draft. You must keep them on your major league roster for a full year. If you decide to take them off your major league roster, the original team that had them can take them back. So here's a look at our rotation. We got Hellickson's going in there. It's not a bad rotation. I take that back. It's not awful. It's pretty bad. Bassett's in there. We got Henderson Alvarez. What did he finish? A 4.01 ERA, 4.09. Those are not bad. Jesse Hand was pretty bad. But Hellickson, 3.18, and we got Sonny Gray with a 2.57 ERA. In our bullpen, we got Greg Holland and Sean Doolittle. We got Paco Rodriguez as a young guy that we got, who actually pitched bad for us, but he's been pitching pretty well. And he's only 25 and he's a lefty. And I believe he throws relatively hard. He throws like 93, 94. I might see if we can maybe go out. Let's see if we can get another pitcher. Do we have the funds? Not really another pitcher out there. I think we're going to just leave it as is. Our lineup now, we added Jose Bautista. He will take the place of... He'll probably play instead of Billy Butler. Yeah, let's do that. Bautista will be our DH. I think that's probably best. His fielding's pretty bad. Other than that, we are kind of just meh. That's all right. We're not trying to build anything great this year. Just build pieces. All right, so we're going to do the Rule 5 draft. Let's get to it. We have the number 4 pick, which means we should have the number 4 pick in the amateur draft. As you can see, this reliever got taken. He's 63 overall, which I'm kind of shocked they drafted him. All right, so we could take John Singleton, for instance, is a pretty good player. Ryan Cook as a reliever. We could take Ryan Cook. He's 29. He's a 77 overall reliever. Dusty Coleman. It's a good name. I'm probably going to take Ryan Cook in this. Let's just see if there's anyone else here. They don't really sort by overall. Evan Gaddis, if we need some power. Excuse me. I'm definitely going to take that reliever. Or I can take Tyler Mazik. Nah, let's take the reliever. Ryan Cook, 77 overall, excuse me. And you can take more than one player. I actually might take... I'm probably going to take another one. Now, just remember, guys, you have to keep him on your Major League roster for the whole year. And I'm going to take... Ooh, Charlie Furbush. We're going to take Charlie Furbush, too. I'm shocked he's on that. So let's take him as well. We're building our bullpen through the Rule 5 draft, which, hey, find out if a guy sticks or not. I think that's probably going to be it unless there's another guy just hiding in the weeds down here. Blazek, maybe. I think that's probably going to be it. Mejia, maybe? I think we're good. I think that's good. The draft is now done. Now we can sim the offseason. We got a manager. We still have to get a third base coach. Excuse me, I just got a quick drink. Marcus Stroman got traded really for Lorenzo Cain and Alex Gordon. That is a big trade. Stroman's 25. He looks to be a future stud. But I guess Toronto won an offense because they lost Encarnacion and they lost Jose Bautista. So Furbush signed for arbitration 1.4, just under it. We still need to hire him. I think it was a manager we don't have. Third base coach. Okay. We'll give you... I don't want to pay... Oh, never mind. That was not bad. That was $130,000 a year. Any other contracts that we need to sign? No. I'm trying to see if there's anyone here that I might take a chance on. Nah, Rich, I'll have a 5.3 ERA. Yeah, you can stay. You can stay retired. All right, we are going to start the season now, guys. Let's just end spring training. And let's take a look at our team now. So, Jesse Hand is our number 2. Hellickson's our number 3. Henderson Alvarez is number 4. And Chris Bassett's number 5. So, here are those Rule 5 guys. We actually have an okay bullpen. Overton's going to go down the minors. Where are you, Overton? You're way down here. Or is he a reliever, technically? Oh, there he is. You're going down to AAA. We need to call up one more player. We do not have a full roster. I'm going to call up Matt Olson. I want him to play. He's the guy with the power at first. We want that power bat in there. We have Billy Butler. I'm probably going to... You know what? Let's just get rid of Billy Butler. I highly doubt we're going to get a prospect for him. But, hey, if we get like a B prospect because the team's desperate... Ooh, here we go. So we can get a right fielder who doesn't look to be like much, but 20-year-old reliever, done. Look at that. Billy Butler's $10 million. Goodbye. See you later. Thank you for your time, Billy. So Matt Olson now will be, look at that power, 76 and 74, but he's only 23. Miguel Villarreal, he's 18. Was that the guy we just signed? No, it wasn't. Where did we get him? I can check that in a second. So we actually, you know what? Not a terrible lineup. Now we do need to get in our bench. We have a second base. We need a first baseman. I would say another. He can play all, but we need a first baseman and another outfielder. Now let's go see if there's any good first. Mike Napoli for a 1-year deal, 1.7. We got Mike Napoli. And an outfielder. Let's see. Cameron Maidman. Can we get him for like a... it's too much money. Even for a 1-year deal. On Helpagon, 1.7. I'll do that. All right, there we go. Now we have one too many players on our Major League roster. We have 26. We're going to need to get rid of a reliever. I think. We'll get rid of Graveman. We'll send him down to AAA. And we don't have enough players on our AA roster, so let's call up some people from single A. And let's move some to AAA. We want to have these rosters full so that people will get some playing time. All right, so here's our lineup. Billy Burns leading off. We got Batista third, Chris Davis fourth, and then we got I don't want to sound like we're gonna be good, but we may not be awful. And then our bullpen, like I said, I like the bullpen. We got some arms in here. And in the minors, we got, here's our AAA squad. Graveman's there. Now, I want to make sure our studs are playing. Barrero was the guy we signed as a free agent. And where is that shortstop that we drafted? Was it Ryan Billings? Having him play at third. That's fine. I want him up in the order, though, just to get at-bats. Now, what you guys can do on this when you do your franchise, if you didn't know this, if you go to Roster Foundation, you can see where you got your players. For instance, Matt Olson was a first-round pick by Oakland in 2010. Sonny Gray was a first-round pick in 2011. Now, that 18-year-old shortstop, he was a free agent. Oh, okay, that was a guy that was a free agent. Well, he's on the team now, so that is pretty nice. Pretty nice. All right, so we are now going to begin the season, see how we do. We will do the draft in this video, guys. We will get the draft done. And hopefully we can, I'm hoping not to be last this year. I think we're going to be able to hit. And you know what? Worst case, if we are struggling, I don't have a problem trading away some of our players. But you know what? Right now, we're doing pretty good. And let's see. So Corey Kluber got traded for Adam Jones and Yimi Garcia. Adam Jones, really? Wow. So right now we're 14-11. We are struggling. Landendorf is out for 2 to 3 months. That's going 60-day deal. Ooh, why did that not let me? All right, I'm just checking real quick. Ooh, Batista's struggling, but we know we have our top of our lineup's killing it. Davis is struggling mightily. I'm gonna give him a chance. Holy, Villarreal's hitting 380. And you know what? He has good vision. He's probably, 432 on base. That's very good. Sonny Gray's okay. Hahn is struggling. Our pitching is struggling. Holland is struggling. Doolittle is the closer. Furbush is pitching well. He's a Rule 5 pick. Same with Ryan Cook. So our Rule 5 picks, we have to keep on the Major League roster, are pitching pretty well. Let's go up through the draft now. It's always the first Wednesday in June. We are struggling a little bit. Brian McCann got traded to the Texas Rangers for Chirinos and Lewis Brinston. I'm not sure. I know Chirinos is not a prospect. He's 32. Brinston, I actually don't know much about. We're now 18-25. We are really struggling this month. Jeez. Well, there goes our chance of winning. Here we go. So the draft. We have the number 4 pick. There's no supplemental round picks because of none of those free agents were offered a pick. So here we go. Ooh, we got another shortstop, like I said. We should not draft just based off of what we have. You can always trade what you got. He looks to be the leader in the clubhouse, but let's see what else is here. A center fielder, 70 power potential for left and right, contact 60, speed of 70. So that's a well above average power, well above average speed, well above average fielding. He's almost a 5-year-old player. Also was born in California, so if he cares about being close to home, we're in Oakland. That's in California. That I think he is the leader of the clubhouse. This is Terry Meadows. All right, so those are the players that we scouted. We could take a chance on other players. For instance, Fred Sherry, if we wanted a catcher, looks to be a defensive catcher with 80 fielding, 80 arm strength, 80 reaction, 75 blocking. But I don't know. I feel like I think we should probably go with Terry Meadows. I don't care that we have. It's a deep position in our system. If he's like a 99 potential, he'll beat out everyone else. How old is he? He's 20. So you know what? He may be ready, pretty close to being ready in a year or two. So we're gonna draft Meadows. Cross our fingers. It was a good pick. We'll find out in a few minutes. But let's see. Okay, now we got some other players that they did not really do a good job scouting with. I'm thinking about just taking a chance, a flyer on one of these guys, and see what they have a chance to be great at. So this guy can be great with, he's just average at everything, like above average, 60 to 65 at a lot of things. 80 power versus right. He's a switching catch, first baseman. No other second position, but look at that power. Look at that contact. Plate discipline at 75. Oh my goodness. 80 fielding. if he does turn out to be what he could be, this guy could be amazing. I'm going to take a chance. He is 23 already, but let's look real quick if there's anyone else here. Billy Bump. It's a funny name. I don't know why. You know what? I'm just looking here. Let's go after that. That guy has a chance to be just an insanely like a great power back with contact and 80 fielding. If that's right, let's take that chance on Ryan McKee. He is 23, so he might be able to help us out very shortly. All right. Here we go. We got, let's take these guys. Unfortunately, we didn't really do a good job drafting, but let's take a look at some of these pitchers. 80 stamina potential, 80 velocity, 70 break. Oh, and he's Oregon. That's pretty close. Tommy Cox. What's up with these names? They're just, I don't know. They make me giggle. I'm going to take Billy Bump because he's Oregon. Has a chance to be 80 velocity, 80 break with 80 stamina. Right now he's a 60 overall out of 80. Bonner. There's Cox, and then Billy Bump. We'll take Billy Bump just because he's from Oregon. He's closer, just in case he cares about being close to home. These names make me giggle. I'm sorry, guys. You know what? We still got Cox is still available, which makes me think that maybe these guys aren't good or other teams just haven't scouted them either. Now this right here, his center fielder, he's 20 years old, has a chance to be 65 contact versus right, 75 contact versus left, 70 to 75 power, 65 field, already has 75 speed. He's from Jamaica. He's a Rastaman. I think we're going to take a chance on this guy. I don't care. We already drafted a center fielder. Find the best players. We'll find a spot for him or we'll trade him. So here we go. We still got Cox. Now, we could take one of these guys that we have scouted a little bit, but you know what? We're going to take chances. We're going to take Cox. I kind of wish our scouting department did a little bit better of a job, I'm not going to lie. But we'll see. All right, here we go. They scouted this guy. Not much there. I might even just take this guy again. I'm just going to take the guys that we didn't scout who have the just best potential. Because you got to risk it to get these players to turn out to be someone good. You may get some duds in here, but that's all right. I'll take a reliever, I guess. We don't really have a lot of great relieving prospects. We got those guys from the Rule 5 draft, but not prospects. And that is the draft. We'll sim a week, and then we'll sign the players. And I do want your opinions down below, guys. It looks like we're not going to make the playoffs. We're 11 games out. I will wait to the trade deadline to do anything. But if we're not going to be making the playoffs, should we trade Batista? Should we trade... Chris Davis actually looks like he's going up in overall, even his stats are not that great. Should we trade Batista? Should we trade Hellickson? Should we trade Greg Holland? Or should we let him walk and see and maybe even try to re-sign him in the offseason? I'm in favor of trading him. Sonny Gray looks like we're going to keep. We locked him up for a really good deal. I think that's a really good team-friendly deal. Hellickson's struggling, so we may not be able to get a lot for him. It looks like that's our problem is our pitching. But real quick, let's see how we did. I want to know, guys, should we trade away these guys? Now, we didn't get any 99 potentials, but you know what? These are solid. 89, that's a B, but that can easily go up to an A. Not a bad pick. McKee, as you take a look, has a chance to be really good at contact and power, and has okay vision at 54. 86 potential. Now, this guy has really good power and metals. He's 20. Look at that. 65 power, 61 power, with 88 speed. Let's take a look at Billy Bump. Right now, he has 89 velocity. So, yeah, he's going to be able to throw hard. And we'll sign him. Salinas, that was a C potential. Anything in the 70s is a C. Anything in the 80s is a B. Anything in the 90s is an A. If you guys did not know. These two picks were pretty good. So, we got, you know what? That's actually not a bad draft. So, we got 5 B potential prospects and one C. That is not a bad draft. It's not an amazing draft, but you know what? Builds depth in your farm system. All right, I think we're going to end the video there, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Like I said, let me know down below in the comments. We're going to keep Sonny Gray, Holland, Batista. We're not going to trade Chris Davis yet. And what was the other guy? Hellickson. Should we trade him or should we keep him and let's see what happens in the offseason with them? I do want to know what you guys want to know down below. If you are new, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you enjoyed it. And if you have any other ideas of what I should do, don't be afraid to put them in the comments. I always read the comments. If you guys have any ideas, like go out and trade for this player. He's always been great on my franchises. I'll look into doing it, guys. But that's going to be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.